Welcome to our channel Mooley Entertainment. If you are new to our channel, then please like and subscribe, and share with friends. Thank you. Chapter 1. The Calm Before the Storm. The sun was setting, casting a warm glow over the living room as I sat on the couch, lost in thought. My father had left for an important week-long meeting, and the silence in the house felt heavy. It was during this time that my father's friend, Alex, arrived. He was a man in his early 40s, charming, with an infectious laugh and an ability to make everyone feel at ease. As we settled into the evening, our conversations turned toward the topic of love and acceptance in society. "You know," Alex began, his voice thoughtful, "love is not limited by gender or societal norms. It's a powerful force that should be celebrated." I nodded, feeling a strange connection to his words. The way he spoke about love resonated with me, igniting a curiosity that I had never acknowledged before. As the night wore on, we found ourselves sharing more than just opinions. We shared laughter, stories, and glances that lingered a moment too long. Chapter 2. The Spark. The following days unfolded with an intimacy that was both exhilarating and terrifying. With my father away, Alex began visiting more frequently, each visit charged with an unspoken tension. We would spend hours talking about everything from our favorite books to our dreams, the air thick with a sense of possibility. One evening, as we sat on the porch watching the stars twinkle in the night sky, I felt a shift in the atmosphere. Alex turned to me, his eyes reflecting the starlight. "You know, sometimes I think love is like the stars," he said softly. "It's beautiful, but it can also be distant and hard to reach." I felt my heart race as our eyes locked. "But sometimes, if you're lucky, you can find a way to touch them," I replied, my voice barely above a whisper. Just then, a gust of wind swept through, and Alex leaned closer, our breaths mingling in the cool night air. Chapter 3. The First Kiss. The moment hung between us, electric and charged. I could feel the heat radiating from Alex, and without thinking, I leaned in. Our lips met softly, tentatively at first, but then it deepened, a rush of emotions flooding through me. It was a kiss that spoke of longing, desire, and an unspoken agreement that this was only the beginning. As we pulled away, breathless and wide-eyed, I realized that everything had changed. The world around us faded, and all that mattered was this moment, the warmth of his lips, the spark of connection that had ignited between us. Chapter 4. Exploring the Romance. The days that followed were a whirlwind of passion and discovery. Our relationship blossomed in ways I had never imagined. We spent lazy afternoons entangled on the couch, watching movies, sharing popcorn, and stealing kisses that left us both breathless. Every touch felt electric, igniting a fire within me that I had never known existed. One evening, as we cooked dinner together, our playful banter filled the kitchen. I could hardly contain my laughter as Alex attempted to flip a pancake, only for it to land on the floor. "Well, that's one way to add some flavor," he joked, his eyes sparkling with mischief. In that moment, I realized that love wasn't just about the grand gestures. It was in the little things, the laughter, the shared moments, and the way he made my heart race with just a smile. As the week progressed, we ventured into deeper conversations about our hopes, fears, and what love meant to each of us. Chapter 5. The Depth of Connection. Our late-night talks often turned into confessions of our pasts, our dreams, and the struggles we faced as individuals. Alex opened up about his journey in the LGBT community, the challenges he encountered, and the strength it took to embrace his true self. "I spent so many years hiding who I was," he said one night, his voice tinged with vulnerability. "But the moment I accepted myself, I found the courage to love openly." His words resonated deeply with me, and I shared my own fears of societal judgment and the uncertainty of what our relationship could mean. But in that moment, as we sat under the stars, I felt an overwhelming sense of hope. With Alex, I felt free to be myself, to love without boundaries. Chapter 6. The Challenge of Reality. Just as our romance reached new heights, the reality of my father's return loomed over us like a dark cloud. We knew we had to confront the reality of our situation. The love we shared was beautiful, but it was also complicated by the fear of how my father would react. One afternoon, as we sat on the porch, I turned to Alex, my voice trembling. What if my father doesn't accept us? What if he sees this as a betrayal? Alex took my hands in his grip reassuring. No matter what happens, we'll face it together. Love is worth fighting for. His words filled me with courage, but the fear still lingered. I knew I had to find a way to balance my love for Alex with my relationship with my father. Chapter 7. The Storm. The day my father returned was tense. I could feel the weight of the secret we had been holding, the love that had blossomed in his absence. As we sat around the dinner table, the atmosphere was thick with unspoken words. After dinner, I knew it was time to confront the truth. Dad, there's something important I need to tell you, I began, my heart racing. But before I could finish, Alex spoke up, his voice steady. We're together, and we love each other. The silence that followed was deafening. My father's expression shifted from confusion to disbelief, and I could feel my heart pounding in my chest. This is not what I expected, he finally said, his voice laced with disappointment. Chapter 8. The Aftermath. In the days that followed, the house felt like a battleground. My father struggled to understand my relationship with Alex, and I grappled with the fear of losing my father's acceptance. Conversations turned into arguments, and the love that had flourished between Alex and me felt threatened. But through it all, Alex remained my rock. We found solace in each other, stealing moments of intimacy amidst the chaos. One evening, I found myself crying in his arms, overwhelmed by the weight of the world. I don't want to lose you, I whispered, my voice breaking. You won't, he assured me, his hand gently stroking my hair. We'll figure this out together. Love is worth the fight. Chapter 9. Finding Common Ground. Slowly, my father began to open up. He saw the way Alex treated me, with kindness, respect, and genuine love. It wasn't easy, but he started to understand that love transcends societal norms. One afternoon, I found him sitting on the porch, deep in thought. Can we talk? He asked, his voice softer than I had ever heard it. I nodded, my heart hopeful, yet cautious. As we spoke, I shared my feelings, my fears, and the happiness that Alex brought into my life. To my surprise, my father listened intently, his expression shifting from doubt to understanding. I may not fully understand this, he admitted, but I want you to be happy. If Alex makes you happy, then I'll try to accept it. Chapter 10. Love Conquers All. With my father's gradual acceptance, the tension in the house began to lift. Alex and I grew closer, our bond strengthening as we navigated the complexities of love and family. We found joy in the little moments, cooking together, sharing dreams, and exploring the world hand in hand. One evening, we stood on the beach, the waves crashing at our feet. As the sun set, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange, Alex turned to me, his eyes filled with warmth. No matter what challenges we face, I promise to love you fiercely. In that moment, I knew that love was worth every struggle. With a heart full of hope, I leaned in for a kiss, the salty breeze swirling around us as our lips met, soft, passionate, and filled with a promise of forever. Epilogue, a love story. As the weeks turned into months, my relationship with Alex blossomed into something beautiful. My father grew to accept our love, and we became a family. a tapestry woven with understanding, acceptance, and most importantly, love. Together, Alex and I faced the world, hand in hand, ready to embrace whatever came our way. Our love story was one of challenges and triumphs, a testament to the power of love to conquer all.